Hello there, Rhino125, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my thoughts on the cameo appearance in Solo: A Star Wars Story. I did cover it in my Solo: A Star Wars Story movie review, but I want to talk about it a little more and other things like that. But I would like to mention that this does contain spoilers, but I cannot control what the thumbnail is for the video. So if it did give spoilers away, I'm very sorry. I could have waited to make this video, but I didn't really want to, and hopefully by now many people have seen it, and I hope I don't ruin anybody's experience. And if you guys know what I mean, thumbnail, some people can choose the thumbnail. Like, I could just, have this as the thumbnail, just me and my thumb up, or just choose I don't. When the video goes on, it chooses it randomly, and it may give away spoilers because of pictures that I will be showing from Solo: A Star Wars Story, and other things like that. So, anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the video, and I hope I don't give spoilers away. Thanks.
Bring the ship and come to me on Dathomir, and you and I will then decide what to do about the traitor Beckett and his accomplices. Kira, you and I will be working much more closely from now on.
Okay, so I want to talk about Darth Maul's appearance in Solo: A Star Wars Story, which was a fantastic cameo, and it excited me a whole lot, and I'll get into that a little more. But let's get to it. Let's talk about Maul in general here. So obviously Maul got a lot of hype, I guess, when he first appeared in The Phantom Menace as somewhat of a main bad guy, but also a background character. Much like Boba Fett and General Grievous got. Didn't get a lot of screen time, and they're very mysterious and stuff, but a lot of people know about Darth Maul now, and of him, and, his story. And a lot of people, same thing with Boba Fett and General Grievous. And as we do know, yes, he was killed quickly. Well, quote-unquote killed, but if you keep up with the Clone Wars and stuff, you should know that he suffered for 15 years on Lothal Minor, where his brother Savage found him. And he just went completely insane. Like, I don't think there was any ounce of him that wasn't, like, just, feeling pure hatred towards Obi-Wan and just completely, like, a lunatic, I guess. I mean, it's pretty dark time in Darth Maul's life, which I would say is saying something, since his whole life is pretty dark. Just considering that he is, a Sith. But yeah, who knows what he went through on there. And yeah, like I said, eventually his brother Savage found him, and they, teamed up together and whatnot, and quickly, kind of got close to each other, which is my favorite Clone Wars episodes are the ones with Maul, I'd say. I like the any with Obi-Wan and Anakin, teaming up together, but Maul and Savage is definitely my favorite part of the Clone Wars, which is in Season 4. And also, he got his original lightsaber. It's just a little damaged, just cut in half, so just one-bladed. And he obviously got the big robotic, I guess, I don't know what to compare him to, maybe bird or dinosaur legs, I don't really know, which are pretty cool, but I prefer the more humanoid robotic legs. I like the way that whole costume looks, and, it doesn't make him seem like, a robot completely. But, I mean, he is. His whole bottom half is robotic, but I prefer that look. I don't know what you guys think of that look, but that's what I like. So, yeah, and then eventually, he got with the Death Watch, Pre-Vizsla, teamed up with them, and eventually, gained power back as he wanted to, within Mandalorians, all that, which Darth Maul does. He's a very persistent character, and he knows what he wants and how to get it, but it's keeping the power that is a huge struggle for him, it seems like. So, I really do like that about Darth Maul, that he is very persistent, but yet he sometimes fails. And even like when he was cut in half by Obi-Wan, he got a little like cocky in that time, because I'm sure, like, as we about Darth Maul before the Phantom Menace, he's killed a few Jedi. I think, if I remember correctly, that might be Legends now. I'm not completely sure, but he seemed to have gotten cocky at the wrong time. And when you get cocky with Obi-Wan, you normally get cut somewhere, just like Anakin did. He got cocky and tried to flip over him. And, yeah, we know what happened there. So, eventually Darth Maul, gets the throne, has more power, and then eventually he kills Obi-Wan's only love interest ever. And then also, soon enough, Darth Maul falls and fails. And the next time we see him is in Star Wars Rebels, as a somewhat of an old hermit. And I forget what planet he is on, but we get to see him just, seem less focused on Obi-Wan as we think, but eventually, we know that that's actually his main goal, and he uses Ezra to go to that goal, which is very Darth Maul. He uses anything in his ability to get what he wants, and like I said, he knows how to get it. And next thing we see, obviously, is he is killed by Obi-Wan, which I think would have been fantastic to see in a movie, but the only way they can put that in a movie is if they take Rebels out of canon, which I highly doubt they will do. That is just definitely not going to happen. But his appearance in Solo, A Star Wars Story, I thought really added to Star Wars, and I like when they put original trilogy era with prequels. It just ties everything so nicely, and I thought the cameo was so perfect. And we didn't know what Darth Maul was doing up to this point. The last time we saw him was, I think, a year before Revenge of the Sith, or not even that. I think it was in the same year, actually, as Revenge of the Sith. And he was captured by Sidious. Well, captured, actually, there's comic books talking about it. And, he's captured by Sidious and eventually gets loose, and who knows what he did after that. So it's nice that we get to, see that he is still trying to gain power. And he uses his lightsaber from Rebels, which he actually acquired from an Inquisitor. So he's had a run-in with an Inquisitor before Rebels. So that is also pretty cool to know that Sidious still knew he was alive and sent Inquisitors after him, which is pretty cool. So here's another good picture of it. And here's a even better picture of the lightsaber here, which I hope, if there is a Solo prequel, which I'll talk about that here soon, not prequel, I meant sequel, we will get to see, Maul even more, and, just in full, just right in your face, with action, which we haven't been able to see in live action Darth Maul since the Phantom Menace. But I love that they gave him Sam Witwer's voice. He also has the robotic legs that he had in the Clone Wars. So that was also a good choice, and same ones he has in Rebels, obviously. A little bit of a different design since the cartooning is a little different, but they are the same legs. Here's several pictures of Maul here, which, I just thought it was fantastic, and immediately, as I stated in my Solo Star Wars Story movie review, that I just got extremely excited when I heard Sam Witwer's voice. I thought casting Ray Park as Darth Maul and Sam Witwer voicing Maul was the best thing they could have done. As you can see here, that is just a fantastic decision, and they couldn't have done better, and it was great. So, yeah, I really can't wait to see Maul again in action. Hopefully, I hope they make 2 more Solo movies. I thought Solo was a fantastic Star Wars movie. Obviously, it does have some of its flaws, but I can't really say very many that bug me. And it's a shame that Ron Howard, made it, and he did a great job. And everybody I've heard that have seen this have mostly said good things. I haven't really heard much bad, but the box office was not too good, so that is kind of a shame. And maybe the next Solo movie won't even be a Solo movie. Maybe it'll be a Darth Maul movie, but Solo or Han Solo will be in it because Alden Ehrenreich and Emilia Clarke are signed on for 2 more movies, and as well as the woman that played Enfys Nest. Apparently, I have heard that. Maybe we'll just get a Maul movie. Who knows? But I really hope that we will see Darth Maul again in action. I would be very disappointed to have gotten that cameo and then us not see him live action ever again. But, I've heard people say that there isn't a huge chance, unless the movie starts doing good, that we will. But I can't just believe everything I hear. Anything can happen. And lately, a lot of not too good things have been happening with Star Wars movies and even Marvel movies. And it's actually, a shame. There's just a lot of things not going directors' ways, and people are not liking this. And I think the main reason for Solo: A Star Wars Story not doing so good was the backlash from The Last Jedi, which a lot of people actually hated that movie. And to me, myself, it does have some problems, but it's not a bad movie. It's actually a really good Star Wars movie. And maybe you guys think I'm like, an idiot for saying that, but that's just my opinion, and whatever you think. But I thought it was a pretty good movie. There's just a lot of flaws and stuff, which I have talked about, so go check out my movie review on that if you care. But yeah, I really do hope that we get to see Maul once again. And if it went the way I wanted it to, I hope they make 2 more Solo movies. Maybe make the next one pretty much starting off where we left off in the first one, and then maybe the third, it kind of more transitions into not a Solo movie, but a Darth Maul movie, which I think would be a fantastic idea. Maybe go like Solo: A Star Wars Story, which we got, and then the next one may be called something else. I'm not quite sure what they call it. I can't imagine them calling it Solo: A Star Wars Story Part 2 or Solo: Star Wars Story Volume 2 or Chapter 2. They're not going to do that. They're not even, or just like 2. It'd be called something else. And maybe they only make 2, but I hope they make, as we got Solo, and then we get another one. Who knows what it'll be named. And then that kind of transitions into a Maul movie, and, his power that he has gained in pretty much the criminal underworld, which I love. I used to, I've always liked Maul, but he never really interested me until in the Clone Wars, because to me, that was before, even, everybody thought he was dead, and I thought, oh, he's a pretty cool character, but, he's dead, so whatever. And then when he got brought back in the Clone Wars, he seemed almost like a whole other character, but it was a good thing. So, yeah. So I cannot wait for what they will do. I hope Ron Howard, I hope he directs the next 2 if they make them. And also, I can't wait for the Kenobi movie, whenever that will be made. But I keep up with my news and stuff, so if I want to, I will probably make a video of my new thoughts on the Kenobi movie, and even the Boba Fett movie, which I think James Mangold was a perfect decision. But that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. Just my thoughts on Darth Maul appearing in Solo: A Star Wars Story. And yeah, very excited. And I would be very, very disappointed if we never get to see Maul again on the big screen. But I think there's a pretty big chance that we will. But, also a chance that we won't. But I hope, me and several other people get their way and get to see him on the big screen again. And I just thought it was just a fantastic choice. So, Ron Howard, great movie. Really, really love Solo: A Star Wars Story, and love that Maul was put in here, and can't wait to see more. So stay tuned for more videos, and like, comment, and subscribe, and may the Force be with you. Bye.
Let me back it up to the start of the climb. Faced with an army of vipers and lions, I had to keep on reaching up, cause it was my time to tear down the kingdom, call out the liars. Got a jail on my heart from the pessimist, got those nails in my mouth for impressionists. Spent too much money on a accepted it. Gladiator, gladiator,